Hello, 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 hello. How is everybody doing? How is everybody doing? Just doing a chill live today. Chill live today. We're gonna talk about a few things. Um, I'm just gonna wait in here for a little bit for to see anybody in the room. If anybody's in here, let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if the mic is clear. Let's get rolling, man. We got a lot to talk about today. Um, Again, if anybody is interested in coming on as well, just let me know in the comments and I'll shoot you a link. I just ask that please be civil and let's have a discussion. All right. So it says you can hear me. That's good. Can you hear the music too? Let me know if you can hear the music in the background. We have a comment here saying ETC will be more scarce. Of course it will be. Of course it's gonna be. So this whole Fithening halving is supposed to fight inflation. So I'll be going a little bit deeper into that in a little bit here. Uh, but just a second, let me put in some links here. Set the live rolling. We are 16 hours away from ETC Fithening. And I'm going to talk about the Fithening here in a bit, and then explain the reason why it's really important for the Fithening to start happening. Um, so let's do something here. So that's one thing that fiat does not do, right? Fiat doesn't do that. So we keep printing out US dollars, and then inflation just takes hold, and then um, we're stuck in there. So I'm gonna go. I'm putting in some links here, and then we'll get started. I'm going to talk about a bunch of ETC projects. And if you haven't checked out Classic Rewards, we started minting, I think, late yesterday. That's the project that I'm the team leader for. Go check it out, classicrewards.io. The link is in the description. All right, hold on. All right, so let me know your thoughts. Share your comments. Let's see what do you guys think? What do you think is going to happen uh, after the fitment? Where is ETC headed? Um, it's when are you gonna see BTC chart and do analysis again? Yeah. We're gonna be doing some analysis, man. We're going to I'm going to get a little bit of free time now, especially now that um, now that the project is live and maintained on BNB and ETC, I'm going to get a few weeks of a little bit of a break. And but I do plan to spend that time promoting the project, advertising, contacting influencers and stuff like that as well. But yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get back to it. Actually, I'm in talks with Token Metrics. I don't know if you guys know who Token Metrics are. They want me to. They have this AI stuff that scouts social media for which coins are which ones are about to moon, and just from social media activity, and also from the technical analysis. So they combine both of these to determine which coins are about to take off, and then they will recommend coins that you have to research. And then once you research those coins, you make the decision yourself. So uh, they might give me a free account so that I can use it to be doing my technical analysis. At the same time, it will be like a referral link to kind of promote their service as well. But hey, all right. Let's see. Lucas, good to be here. Patient, good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you, man. Hey, city girl in the house. How you doing? How you doing? Happy Sunday to you too. Happy Sunday to you too. We got our Twitter family heading into the YouTube world. It used to be only YouTube. Oh my goodness. Last year was all YouTube, and then this year I haven't really had time to run the YouTube. So yeah. So hang on in there, guys. We're gonna talk about a bunch of things happening on ETC. There are so many projects on ETC that I am going to talk about. Let me put this over here as well. there, right there. All right, so I'm going to be talking about all these projects, guys. I'm going to be talking about ETC Basie. They are doing some awesome stuff with their serum and their ETC comics and all that. I'm going to talk about Classic Pharaohs, Monkey Do, Classic Savages, ETC Pixel. I'm going to talk about Classic Grace, Classic Swagos, Classic Art. At the same time, Classic Homeless, Lazy Lions, ATC Zonks. So here's the truth, guys. I haven't been keeping up with all the projects ever since I started working heavily on my project at the beginning of this year. So those of you who don't know, I teach computer science in junior high school. So I do that during the day, and once I get home, I'm on developer meetings with different groups working on classic rewards. So we have the Binance group, we have the ETC group, and then we have the game design team as well. And their time zones are all different, but I have to make sure I make myself available for that. So it's been pretty rough keeping up with everything. But I do know a little bit about almost all the projects on ETC. I know just a little bit. So if I'm wrong, just correct me here. Hey, Sharma, how are you doing? So those of you who don't know who Sharma is, so Sharma is one latest dev that joined the Classic Rewards team, and his contribution has been amazing. In fact, so after the initial work by the UK team for Binance, there were some issues, and then we got Sotera smart contracts. That's Widergarn and his guys. He has two other Web3 guys that do the Web3 aspect. They came in and did a lot to get everything fixed and going. And then when Sharma came in, Sharma joined forces with them, and I mean, it was amazing. A lot of things were done to make ETC mint smoother than the BNB mint. So now you mint, you can see your animations, you can see your everything right off the bat. All right. So we are Miguel in the house. What's up, Miguel? How you doing? All right, let me pull up this article here real quick. I'm gonna pull up this article here real quick. All right, and once I get this article up, we're going to talk about Fithening and its importance to Ethereum Classic. And I mean, just like halving is to Bitcoin, right? Okay. So right now, once we get to block 15 million, that's when we are doing the Fithening. And the current block reward is 3.2 per block. And once we hit block 15 million, which is going to be probably in about 15 hours right there, it's going to reduce to 2.56. So what happens is, if there are so many people mining, if there's a lot more Ethereum Classic coming in the market from mining, then there are people out there actively purchasing, it's going to cause inflation, because the miners can just mine a whole bunch and come in and dump their ETC, and that's going to be diluting the price, right? But with this Fithening, it actually reduces the mining profit, which some might say it's a bad thing for miners, but hey, Bitcoin does halving. So if it were Bitcoin, you would go from gain 3.2 to gain what was that, 1.6 ETC. But with ETC, it's Fithening, so it's reduced by 1/5. So you go from getting 3.2 per block to getting 2.56, right? So with this calculation in mind, in 100 years from now, when I'm not around, definitely ETC will still be around and will still be mineable, but those guys will be getting, like, I don't know, a fraction uh, per block, and all this has been put in place to think about the future. And the most exciting thing about ETC Fithening is that it's automated. So ETC Fithening is automated. It's not like ETH Fithening, where it's decided by the community or the leader, and it's like, okay, we are doing this thing. But no, ATC is automated. It's immutable. Nobody can change it. It's the monetary policy. That is why those of us who can see into all these projects that are coming up, proof of stake, that coins just come out of nowhere and they can keep adding stuff. We know that one day value will be put in the direction of ETC, and the price is going to show as well. Hey, Miguel. So Shama and I actually watched Miguel mint a 5-star Gladiator this morning because we were trying to troubleshoot something, and the one that he minted, his first one on ETC, happened to be a 5-star. So that was exciting. That was exciting. You still mining ETC on your two GPUs? I am, sir. I am. I'm gonna open the link right now and show you. I haven't checked in a while, but I am, sir. I'm doing Hivon pool. Hivon, let's see. Yep, this is my Hivon. Let me put in my address here. This should be the address, I hope. And so yeah, so I had like a week and a half where the machine was down, but I didn't take note that my mining rig was down, so it wasn't mining anything, and I didn't see it, so I lost some money there. But so far, it's with the two mining rigs, okay, it's paid out 6 ETC. I think in is it 3 months now? Is it quite 3 months? Yeah, in about 3 months, maybe 3.5 months. So it's not a lot. I only have 74 mega hashes, per second. It's not even 100. So right now it's pretty low. You guys, those of you who saw my ETH mining video when I switched, it was much higher than then. But yeah, that address, I know there's some ETC sitting in there, so it's mining. If you look at this chart, this shows you that it's currently still mining. 1 minute ago, it's still mining. So again, I broke even on my GPUs while I was mining ETH. Well, I didn't quite break even when I was mining ETH, but when I switched to ETC after a little bit, then I broke even, and then I did a refresh of my computer, and I started again with this wallet. So I just know that some ETC is being dumped in there from time to time. Yeah, Miguel is lucky. He's lucky. Lucas, I know, right? It's like all the core members of people who are either admins have had very very bad luck minting classic rewards. All right, so yeah, so that's pretty much the use of the Fithening. The Fithening is there to stop inflation, right? We don't want to have too much ETC out there compared to how much ETC is being traded. So we want we want it to be kind of balanced. We want to control the amount of ETC that is in circulation. And again, we've seen Binance Coin go from $20 to $600 in about 7 months, and this is because of projects built on BNB. It's just crazy. Let me see. Let me open this up so I'm not making stuff up. AM, thanks for checking on my mining rig. Sometimes I forget it's there. Okay, so I'm gonna go to BNB here and show you guys something, and show you how it's. Let me go to year to date. I'm going to go to all. All right. So this right here, this bottom right here was just January 16, 2021, right? 2021, it was barely 30 something dollars here, right? $40, 30 something. Before that, it was just $20, $18, right? Just before that. And that was just last year. And then it went all the way up to $600. This was when BNB, when you go on BSC scan, the transactions actually passed Etherscan transaction, passed it by a whole lot. Okay, this was when they were producing all those coins. We had Safe Moon and Co. They were all trading on BNB, and to buy those coins, you had to go purchase BNB. So BNB was in high demand, and if you had BNB then, you got it at $30 or $20. It went all the way to $600 because of the applications coming onto it. Now for ETCs, it's going to be a combination of multiple things, but applications living on ETC is very crucial. No matter how little the applications are, whether they're just NFTs like we are seeing now, it's just very, very crucial. This is because, let me give you an example. While I was having a meeting with the Refinable team, and I was talking to them about adding Ethereum Classic to their marketplace, they said, it's like, I think one of them was like, "Oh, we have smart contracts on Ethereum Classic," and I looked at them weird. Like, you guys are developers for this big company, and you don't know that we have smart contracts on Ethereum Classic. That was just how do I put it? That's when I realized that we were so far ahead. We were so early, right? And it's going to take a while for some things to start failing in some areas, and people will start coming back to the source, coming back to the original blockchains that have been around, that have proven themselves, that have survived the test of time, test of 51% attacks. I don't think there's any other project out there that has survived as many attacks as Ethereum Classic. That just shows you that it's not going to go anywhere, and we've taken measures to prevent such attacks. So it's like from here, it's going to get better with time, right? It's going to get really better. All right, let's see here. Well, you're still on Ethereum, and your 5 GPUs will be adding. Okay. Oh, nice. 3070. Okay, nice. Actually, GPU prices have dropped. I just checked some of the GPUs I bought. I bought some 1660 last year. One of my GPUs is a 1660 and the other is a 2070. The 1660 actually, I think I bought it around $600 or $700, and I looked yesterday and it dropped to $329. So that's what happens when it's not a bull market, right? Right now we've been doing the crap dance. We've been going sideways for a while. People are getting rid of their mining rigs because there's no quick return. So people are quickly getting rid of their mining rigs, or they're getting bored of mining and stuff like that. So this is the time that you slowly start, if you want to mine, this is the time that you slowly start accumulating your GPUs. But then again, we're not 100% sure how much longer we'll be able to be profiting from GPUs. So just don't go all in, just be careful. All right. Well, I'm saying this because, let me just clarify. I'm saying this because I know it does take a very long time for ETC to reach a consensus. But if ETC reaches a consensus and decides to go full on SHA-3 and forget about GPU mining, which will be a big mistake for them right now, because the GPU mining community is really growing and we are doing a lot to keep ETC going. But if that happens, if they do make the decision to just shock the system, go full on SHA-3 and move everything to ASIC, if somebody doesn't have $15,000 thereabout to purchase an ASIC, but they might not be able to participate in the mining, and that would definitely make some people lose interest. But I doubt that's going to happen. I think the smarter thing will be a softer launch of SHA-3. So maybe have about 40% of the network on SHA-3 and 60% on GPU, and slowly keep that going until you get to a point where you have about 80% of the network on SHA-3 and 20% on ASICs, and then 20% on GPU. I think that combination will still give us the security we need and the trust of SHA-3, and at the same time allow GPU miners to also participate and still keep the security. And then, with time, you give people a lot of time before you go full on SHA-3, and we go on and be the best blockchain in the world. But until then, I feel like any decision has to be said that it doesn't shock the system, and they have to consider the GPU miners in whatever decision they take, because there are a lot of GPU miners out there that are currently, pushing Ethereum Classic and getting things going. All right, let's take a look at this article from our own Donald McIntyre, who I am yet to find one other person who has written more articles about ETC and blockchain stuff. He's been doing this for a very long time, I think since 2013 or so. Let's see here. I'm trying to find. So in his video, he made a video that was back in September 21, and that's when he had made the estimation of the block. Is it 15 million? And he had said May 3rd. So he was off by barely a week or so, which is incredible. But what happened was that the ETC hash rate went up. So that's what happened. So right now, as you can see, let me zoom in here. I don't know if you guys can see, but so once we get to block 15 million, the rewards will become 2.56 ETC per block. Currently, it's at 3.2 ETC per block. So once we get to 15 million, ETC rewards drop to 2.56. And what this means is that there's going to be less ETC that's pumped into the system. And some people, what they do is they mine a bunch of ETC and then they just come and dump it on this in the market for gains. I'll give you an example. A lot of people who used to mine Ethereum with 4 gigabyte graphics cards, what happened was when ETH did some upgrades and you couldn't mine with 4 gigabytes graphics cards anymore, they decided they didn't have a choice than to go mine ETC, right? Some of them didn't want to mine ETC, but at that point they didn't have a choice. But some of those people just mine and then come and dump, and stuff like that can easily cause inflation. So a reduction in the rewards now makes the ETC that you're holding now more valuable, right? And the thing about ETC is that this reduction is automatic. It's not a thing that we don't have a president or CEO or whatever that decides, hey, let's do it tomorrow. No, let's do it next month. No, it's all automatic. So there's that too. Yeah. All right. Let's take a look at some of the projects on ETC. So guys, if you haven't yet followed this awesome project on ETC right here, let me do this awesome project. If you haven't followed this awesome project on ETC, please do go to Twitter and follow this awesome project over here. What we are doing is going to be really special. We are already minting on Binance and Ethereum Classic, and it's the very first cross-chain on Binance and Ethereum Classic. And the game is going to be such that it's going to be neutral. Whether you're coming in with a Binance NFT or Ethereum Classic NFT, our Web3 guys are going to make sure that you are integrated smoothly and nobody will be able to even tell which NFT you are coming in with. But you will have that same NFT in the game to play. So if you have a 3-star Ethereum Classic NFT, we have a neutral version of that NFT that will be detected and given to you in the game to play. So that means that you how do I put it? You'll be able to play the game seamlessly with everyone else that's on there. Okay, and we have a lot coming up for ETC. The very first 1,000 mints is the very first 1,000 mints is you will actually get your money back plus 100% and still get to keep your NFT. This is because I believe the first 1,000 are all initial investors, and all your money is literally going to go into developing this awesome game, which I know will market itself once it's out there and working seamlessly. And from then on, we'll be able to take off. And so I thank you to all the initial investors who got in before the full product was out, is to at the very least give their money back to them. Okay, hi. What do you have to say about Sotera? They were being called scammers, but they are the only option for your project on ETC. Great question. So here's one thing I have to say. The sharpest tool in the drawer can also cut you in half if you don't know how to wield it, right? So again, I think the lead guy in Sotera is very young, and that's why companies hire human resource management. So again, everything you do, you just have to sign written contracts. When I went, I was I asked about all the different issues that were going on, and I heard from both sides. I learned that it sounds like written documents were not signed and agreed upon, and also at the end of the day, oops, my phone. Okay. At the end of the day, hold on a second. Let me say I'll text you back. I'll call you back, and then let me put the phone on silent. Sorry, guys. Yes. So at the end of the day, the lead guy is one of the smartest around. He has other guys doing the Web3 stuff for him, and for me, my initial Binance team did everything for Binance to run. We had a certain issue, we needed a quick fix, but they were on another project, and Sotera and Co were actually working on my ETC launch, and I pulled them over to help out with some of the stuff on the Binance. And you just have to be in control of the situation, have discussion with everyone, have everyone sign a contract, have everyone agree, this is what you're doing, you're working with the Solidity, you're working with this part, you're doing this, you're doing this, and also have your contract audited. I have third parties that audit my contracts, just so I'm not a Solidity king. I used to be a database programmer, but nothing on the blockchain. So I cannot audit stuff myself 100%. I can take a look at stuff. That's about it. So once you have someone else audit and it's good to go, I think you're good. They are a very good team, smart guys over there. They are young, but they are really, really smart, and they can do a lot. Sometimes I just feel like the limitation on ETC is what's holding ETC back right now. If we had an exchange, they are ready to make ERC20 tokens and stuff, but we don't really have a full exchange that people trust that has what's the term? Volume on it, right? So if you make an ERC20 right now, it's going to be hard for people to go in there and buy it. So there's that. So yeah, talk to them. I believe they are up for the job. Just make sure when you talk to them and you decide what project you want to do, have a plan for your project, have deadlines, have sprints as to, okay, by 2 weeks I want to see this, by the next week I want to see this, by this I want to see this, and that way you stay on track of everything. All right. Miguel Galaza, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? All right. So back to we're still on here. All right. So let's go check another project on ETC. So another project that they came up with something great. I actually did not know they were going to come up with that awesome stuff. The same day we released classic rewards. But yeah, ETC Basie. So much respect to them. You know, even though they came up with the etc Basie that wasn't original, they came up with this original comic idea, and the comic idea was just epic, where you purchase an NFT and your NFT is like part of this comic book, a page of the book or so that is going to be released from time to time. I do have I think one or two myself, and I do have one of the original etc Basis. I actually got it just before it ended the first time. So they came up with they are now going to do the mutations, and which I think is great. And it's more activity on ETC, more eyes on ETC. So this is great. This is great. All right, let me go back to where do I go? All right, what's the next project we're going to talk about? Classic Pharaohs. So Classic Pharaohs also is a great project. It's actually one of the, I believe it's an original Ethereum Classic project, and I'm actually in the process of doing a joint a giveaway promo with them. So great project. It's original. I think that Liga has been working on this, I think, since the beginning of the year, and they improved their website and everything. So I think it's a great project there. Monkey Do is one of the newer ones, one of the newer projects, but they have a pretty low supply. I think they only have 3,000. So I think that's cool. And hey, the Monkey Doos look pretty cute, if you ask me. They do look pretty cute. So yeah. Hey, Pelika Bugs, how you doing, Pelika Bugs? Nice. Hey, ETC Basic, you never know, it could take off. I mean, the main ETC is taking off, so you never know, it could also take off. You never know. All right, so that's Monkey Do. Let's see what's the next one we have here. Classic Savages. Classic Savages is the original ETC NFT, right? That the first ETC NFT that was original. So we had the ETC Punks earlier, which was a play off of the original ETC Punks on ETH, right? But the very first NFT on Ethereum Classic that was an original drawing was by Classic Savages, and I believe they are now. I think it might be the same team or similar team that came with Lazy Lions, but they are partnered with Lazy Lions. So that team, I know they've been around for a while, and Savage Profits is one of the guys who has put out the most content about Ethereum Classic. So again, legit project. I like when I know the exact people behind the project. And oh, by the way, for ETC Basie, I do know Crypto Sketch. I've spoken with him several times, and they're just out there doing honest work. He has a whole team where he's like the face of the team, and they're just out there doing some hard work. Hey, Coca-Cola, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? We're about to watch this ETC reduction. If it was, if it was back in the day, if it was last year, I would have kept this live stream on until it happened. But I think with 15 hours to go, I might be at work tomorrow when it reduces. So we'll see. We'll see. Sorry guys, I have Dash here just because of the way the screen is set up. Okay, maybe I can do something like this. Yeah, I think I'll do this instead. That way we get rid of Dash and people stop looking at Dash. So guys, if you haven't minted your Classic Rewards NFT yet, all you got to do is you go to classicrewards.io, you connect your wallet, and you mint. So let me show you right here. So in here, this is the Classic Rewards site. This is ETC. Started yesterday. It's 2.5 ETC per mint. We do have 41 already. The first 1,000 that mint each ETC for 2.5 will actually get 5 ETC back for each NFT that they mint. I explained earlier why we're doing that. I've done the calculation, and I know that the funds that we are going to generate after the first 1,000 will be enough for us to get the trading card game going, for us to get a bunch of other utilities going, and send the game to the moon. And so I believe that all the early people are early investors, and it's just how it goes. The more risk, the greater the reward. So at the end of the day, you get your ETC back when we mint out. So we are working on a full marketing plan, and we're going to push this thing out there. All right, let's see what we have. What do we have? Coca-Cola in the house. Coca-Cola has been around for a while. He's been around for a while. All right, so let's go back. What's the next one we're looking at? ETC BitPixel. So ETC BitPixel is also it's also one of the it's the first metaverse game on ETC, and I've seen their game. They have a nice little world there, and it looks pretty cool. And it's when you look at the ETC base, it looks close to the Cardano BitPixel, but they said they are not affiliated with them. And I think their gameplay is original. The way they design their gameplay and stuff is original. So I give them that, and I feel like it's work. I like that there's work that's being built on ETC, and going to bring some activity to ETC. So I think they are doing a great job there. And the sky is the limit. The sky is the limit. The sky is the limit. All right, let's see what the next one we have here. Classic Grace. Okay, Classic Grace. I don't know much about Classic Grace, but I do know that they are the first aliens on ETC. So if you like aliens, get some aliens and let's get cracking. Let's go. The owner sounds like a pretty cool guy, and I don't know much about it. I don't know much about if there's any utilities, but it's only one ETC to mint a Classic Gray, and they are first aliens on ETC, guys. First aliens. Hey, look, hey, yeah, you did actually. Well, I would say there were about there were a few before you, but they had not created how do I put it, a MetaMask wallet yet. So that's why you couldn't see those ones. So later on, they created a MetaMask wallet, and then they came in. But yes, you were one of the early ones I actually told about it. Yeah, and then before even you saw a website, before you saw anything, this guy was joined the seed sale, for 0.5 BNB. That's just that's just amazing stuff. Yeah. All right, so I'm supposed to go back. Yeah. Okay. So that's Classic Grace for you. And then next one I'm going to check out is Classic Swaggles. So, hey, the Pixel stuff, some of them, somehow they just appreciate in price. The Swagos seem to be doing quite well. I think they still have some pretty high Swagos out there that that you can see. Oh, I think I forgot to tag Dream Girls, but there's a Dream Girls one on there too. Which the only reason I'm not going to talk about Dream Girls is that I don't think it's very appropriate for my stream here. But otherwise, I know the guys behind it, and they seem pretty cool. So this is the Swagos. I had minted one of the Swagos live before, and hey, it's just a matter of time. They actually do have some utility down the line. I heard about some metaverse stuff, but we're waiting to see. And again, those who take the risk might be the ones who see it go. So that is the Swagos. I think Darth is the guy behind it, and then he seems like a pretty cool guy. So, all right, now let's talk about Classic Art ETC. So, Classic Art ETC is okay. So they're in here. They said they are the most advanced NFT marketplace on Ethereum Classic, founded by Savage Profits. Okay, so yeah, so I'm expecting great things. We are all expecting great things from Classic Art because they have written that they are the most advanced, and I believe that if they solve some of the problems that NFT Creed is having, like people uh, putting up fake NFTs, like there were fake ETC bases that sold, and they came from like a different contract, and with people putting all that stuff up, if they can prevent that and quickly take stuff like that down, or have a verification thing in there, I think they will do really well. And Classic Rewards, we might ask to list our stuff over there as well. So we are all waiting to see what they do. I'm planning to have a meeting with Savage. I think that we had planned some time back, but it fell through because I think the time something happened. But I'm definitely waiting to see what they come up with. It sounds like they understand what they need to do. So hey, Savage, we're waiting to see. We're waiting to see what's coming because there's a lot of use for it. All right, let's take a look at Classic Homeless. Classic Homeless is okay. Classic Homeless Society is an NFT project built on Ethereum blockchain with limited shelters of 5K. So apparently their NFTs are shelters, and I would like to read more about it. But I see a Discord and a Telegram here. I like to see I like to see a website. It's easier to go and get information from a website. Unless there's a website somewhere I can't see, somebody let me know. But again, so many ideas, and it's just a matter of time until they come to pass. So mint your spot in the shelter for 1 ETC. Thank you. Yes. So, I did not actually know that they started minting already. Okay. Oh, it's at classichomeless.com. See, that's the website. So, Classic Homeless, if you are listening to me, put the website up there in your description so that I'm going to go ahead and close this one. Okay. Okay, so it sounds like they are going to use it for something awesome, and yeah, it sounds interesting. Okay, so the team is Decentra and Classic DAO. They are the ones that came up with Classic Homeless. Awesome stuff. Decentra has done a lot for Classic Rewards as well at the very beginning. He was there, spread a lot of awareness in the ATC family. So a big shout out to Decentra if you are watching this. All right, let's move on to the next one here. ATC Zunks. So for this one, I'm going to reserve some of my comments. Some time back, I have not verified most of this stuff myself, but I'd heard some stuff about it. I'm not 100% sure, and I haven't really spoken to anybody there. So I'm going to reserve my comments about this one. Just do your own research. I don't want to say something that is negative when I haven't verified. So I'm just going to reserve my comments on this one. Classic DAO. So Classic DAO is not out yet. Creator Crypto Gallardo Classic DAO is built on Ethereum Classic and aims to fund future projects on ETC and build public infrastructure set to launch in Q2. So this is exciting. I'm waiting to see what they do. There's going to be a lot of demand use for this if they're able to pull it off. So this is exciting. So I'm waiting to see what they come up with. All right. Block Hebe. Okay, Block Hebe. I actually like Hebe very, very much. Just from the fact that I see them developing multiple things, and the only thing I don't like is that they are not doxed, which I think I kind of understand a little bit. But it would be great if they were doxed. But I think the lead guy Zhang is from China, and he he has a great vision, and they've slowly seen that ETC can be a viable home for them. So they moved around and they came back to ETC. Holy cow! You just minted a what? Monk? Are you serious? Maddie is gonna get you. So, our community manager, Maddie, she's been minting for a while. She's minted, over 10, and it wasn't until the 10th one or so that she actually got her first one that wasn't a 1-star or a 2-star. That she got like a single 4-star. So, and then she really wants a monk. And she doesn't have a single monk. So the fact that you got a 5-star monk, oh man, I'm gonna send her a message on the Telegram. That's awesome, man. That's awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. All right, so back to Hebe. I think Hebe has. I don't know how many people are in the team, but their work is so clean, and I believe that they have a lot to offer the blockchain. I just want to see a little bit more transparency, maybe some faces. I don't know. Maybe the country that they are in. I know the leader. I think he's from China or so, and I don't know. Maybe things might not just work out well if they show their faces. So that might be the only thing. That might be the only hesitation. But apart from that, they came up with a Hence domain. They came up with Hebe Swap. They're coming up with several other things, and I'm just waiting to see a decentralized exchange fully active on ETC. That's going to be huge. That is going to be huge. All right. So that is Hebe for you guys. Oh, let's check on the halving. Let me refresh my page here. All right, 15 hours to go. 15 hours to go. Let's do this. Let's go. 15 hours to go. I should probably just take tomorrow off so I can stream the halving. Okay, so I'm gonna go back here and go back one more time. And all right, let's go. Who else are we yet to speak about? Oh, okay. We already spoke about Monkey Do. Yes. So it's just a lot of stuff that are happening. There's a lot of stuff happening on ETC. It's going to be slow, but we're eventually going to get there. Right? It's going to be slow, but we're eventually going to get there. And let's see. Let me see also. I'm gonna go back here. I'm gonna take a look at let's take a look at ETH, right? We're going to take a look at Ethereum right now, and then you see what I'm talking about here. I'm going to look at all time for ETH. And if you look, I actually don't have the counter chart here to show you guys. And March 2020, there was a time in March 2020 that Ethereum was $120. March 2020, Ethereum was $120, and then we all watched it go all the way up here to 4,500. Now, if you zoom out and you look at this chart doesn't look bad at all. If you ask me, we kind of like, came down here, went up, came down here. We are getting higher lows. The lows are just getting higher. So I would say from October 2020 till now, which is more than 2.5 years, the chart is actually looking good. We're getting higher lows, and so it's not looking that bad. But what happened between this time? What happened between this period from from August, September, October, all the way to the first time it shot up here to 3,900? It was the building of decentralized applications. Right? That is what made it shoot. That's also what made BNB shoot. Also, there was the help from Bitcoin. Bitcoin had pumped a little earlier, and what happened is when Bitcoin pumps a little earlier, it pauses, and then all coins now take the run. So with apps beginning to build on ETC, it's just a matter of time, guys. It's just a matter of time, and I think we do need our own Polygon matrix. So Polygon, right now you can write your smart contract on Polygon, and I think it will cost you like $2 to deploy the smart contracts, and but you could also write the same smart contract on Ethereum, and it's gonna cost you like $3,000 to deploy it, right? And the question is, both smart contracts are doing the same thing, and the one you have on Polygon is actually running so much faster than the one you have on Ethereum. The one you have on Polygon, if you have NFTs on there, people who are going to be purchasing NFTs, the transaction fees will be so much cheaper than what's on Ethereum itself, right? But ETC right now, there's no traffic, so ETC transaction fees are ridiculously cheap. They are so ridiculously cheap. But we need our own Polygon matrix. We need a scalable layer 2 on top of Ethereum Classic that is going to prepare for the future, for when traffic comes to Ethereum Classic and Ethereum Classic begins to get congested. But we're years away from that, right? But we have to start thinking in that direction. And again, those are things I'm already thinking about. And you never know. All I need is the proper funds. I know how to get people together to work and do stuff. I don't know how to do the stuff myself, but with enough funding, you can hire pretty much anyone. So Ethereum Classic needs its own layer 2. We need our own Polygon matrix. It could be an exact copy of Polygon or whatnot. We need it, and just to prepare ourselves for the future, right? That's one thing that's going to take us to the next level. So if anybody's listening out there and you either have the skill or you have the funding, talk to me. Let me know. Let me know. Let me tell you something. Working on my project, people have fought. There are people who are working on my project that don't talk to each other, but when we are working on the project, we work together as a team, right? And that's all it's about: human resource management. Somehow those people don't talk outside working the project, but once we're working on the project, we work together as a team, and then we get the job done. So we can make stuff happen, man. Yo, Anonymous got his 5 star. That's awesome. Was that your first mint on ETC, Anonymous? Let me see. How many mints do you have on ETC? Let us know. Let us know. Let us know. Let me see here. So I wanted to talk about Web3 also a little bit. A lot of people get Web3 confused. But Web3 is a lot more than what it sounds like. Web3 is actually not Web3. It's not. It's not just web based. In fact, it technically has nothing to do with the web for real. But the way, uh, just because of the nomenclature, it's just stated as Web3. So, I mean, Web3 technology is something that is untapped. Like the potential of Web3 is is pretty huge. And for example, when banking systems and other schools organizations, they can actually use Web3 as their intranet, like their whole internal organization network system. They can enforce security and enforce certain things on there using Web3, and the blockchain says that nobody can lie about any transaction, any, oh, I sent this email, they deleted it at this time, or they opened this at this time, or I put these files in there, it was corrupt even though I put it in at the correct time. It's going to be blockchain that doesn't lie, and Web3 can control it, give you access to timestamps or blocks in the Web3 world. It's not actual timestamps, it's just blocks of when things happen. And it's just really untapped, just because people are not curious enough. So Web3 has a lot of potential. uh, when I started building this cross-chain game on Binance and Ethereum Classic, I have learned so much, and I'm just like, why is everybody not learning about this? I'm excited to see universities have now added Web3 um, to their curriculum, right from first degree all the way to PhD. We have people who are studying um, you know cryptography. The last time I interviewed Alex Chankov, he told us that he was studying. I think he was doing a PhD in cryptography. I didn't even know there was such a thing, and it's all new. And if it's not here to stay, they will not be studying PhD on it. So again, I forgot what I was talking about before I went into the Web3 rant. All right, let's see here. I'm trying to check something real quick. All right, so let's check. So this I have I minted. There's one ETC NFT on this in this wallet, so I'm going to check this out. And a big shout out to Sharma. I don't know if you are still listening. I know it's very late at your end right now. uh, I hope you're still there. Um, he fought tooth and nail to make sure that uh, the NFTs showed our actual animation, and not uh, and not just the picture. So um, this here, once you get your NFTs, they're going to look like that. Let me swap to the Binance one and see which one is in there. Kind of got lucky with that airdrop. If you look in the transactions, there was an airdrop. That one happened to be a 5 star, the very first 5 star that any dev member has ever seen. I'm going to swap to Binance here, and then I'm going to try to connect to Binance. And on Binance, let's see my NFTs. So yes, so these are the two I got on Binance. It shows you the the stark this thing of what random airdrops look like, or mints look like. So these are my two. So whoever got those good gladiators, congrats, my man. And So now, but if you do upload your NFTs into MetaMask is not set up to be able to show you the animation. So you only see the thumbnail, which is the image. So MetaMask, will only show you the thumbnail. But a lot of people want the thumbnail anyways because they want to use it as a profile picture or something. Very soon, Twitter is going to allow you to use NFTs as a profile picture, and it's going to have this hex shape around it to show that it's an actual NFT. Sorry. But unfortunately, I've seen the list, and ETC is not yet on the list. And I did put in, I did put in a support email for them to add ETC to the list. So I think they have ETH, they have Polygon, they have. I think they barely added BNB. The BNB was the last one they added, but they haven't added ETC to the list. So hopefully they add ETC so that you can flex your ETC NFTs as well. Yeah. So Shama, big shout out to him. And the thing is, Shama actually came in late in the project, but there are so many things that he and the other guy are working on the front end. And in about 2 weeks, I'm going to introduce him to the game design team. The game design team is a whole unit. They have their 3D artists, they have their own blockchain guy, they have their own front end and everything. So I'm treating them as a unit and just giving them sprints and deadlines to deliver stuff. And I think once we get an actual demo from the game, things are going to take off. So from now, within about 2 weeks, I expect us to get some actual how do I call it? Some actual game sneak peeks, right? Actual game sneak peeks from the game, and I think that's all going to get pretty exciting here. All right. So yeah, so seeing the NFTs, the animated NFTs, was really exciting. I'm like, yeah, this is why we fought for animated NFTs and not just the pictures. All right, let's see here. Hey, Shama is still here. Hey, Shama, go to bed. It's probably like 2 a.m. on your end. Okay, you got 3 and 5 star monk. Nice. ETC did come through for you. What was your luck on BNB? I wonder what your luck was on BNB. Interesting. Cool stuff. All right, let's go back to check this halving. Guys, if you haven't liked the stream yet, please do well and hit the like button. Let's get the stream up and going. Let me see here. What do we have? 14 hours and 53 minutes. Man, I really wish I could have been able to stream this till till it happened, but oh well. You know what? I might very well just catch a little bit of it in the morning. We'll see. I might catch a little bit of it in the morning. We'll see. It's 4 a.m. I know, right? It's 4 a.m. I know. Yeah, so we've been having a lot of meetings, It's be me, Shama, and the Sotera guys, Wida, and then we sometimes we just have to stay up late, and Shama is the one that usually has to wake up super early to make it. All right. So let's see, back to this article here. Let me see, there was some other stuff I wanted to talk about. Let me see. So there's this article that Donald wrote. If you really want to go deep into the stuff, just search Etherplan, the Ethereum Classic Monetary Policy Explained. Okay? Search Etherplan, Ethereum Classic Monetary Policy Explained. Search that, and you will get the whole article. And let me see here. I'm gonna go all the way down here. Discounts per block. It's a lot of text, guys. If you're not interested in reading a lot of text, but sometimes you gotta do. Sometimes you gotta understand everything, and that puts you ahead of so many people. So many people who are just waiting for the market to be pumping before they buy and stuff like that. So, all right, I have to take the headset off for a second here. So, I mean, I think there's a part of this that I didn't finish reading. I'll go and read about that question and all that. But the main reason for the Fithening, again, guys, it's all about inflation, 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 inflation. So we're fighting inflation, and it is going to get exciting as you know miners cannot get a lot of etc to come and dump in the market daily. That's probably going to make your current etcs valuable. So you airdrop 5 star. Oh wow. And 4 star monk on BNB. Wow, that's awesome, man. Guys, so the airdrop function is the same as a mint function. So those of you who are early on BNB, when we launched it on BNB, we noticed something. We noticed that when our game game design guys were doing a few tests, all right, they noticed that there was a little bit of an issue. We had to do a few more transactions to be able to determine which wallet owned the NFT because of the lack of it's called a wallet of owner function that should have been in the smart contract. But my Binance team said they took that out because that increased transaction fees. So they are used to building. They were very used to building, smart contracts on Ethereum. So for them, it's all about transaction fees and transaction. So they try to make their smart contract to be very efficient when it comes to transaction fees and not functionality. And most of the NFT smart contract they built didn't have a third level utility where there was a game that was calling these NFTs and they had to make sure that the NFTs were indexed in the right way. So they did, they did their best to make the transaction fees cheaper. But the thing is that transaction fees are not that expensive Binance either. So all they did reduce the price by like 2 cents, but that cost us that functionality, that crucial functionality of easily detecting the owner of an NFT very quickly without doing multiple transactions. And that's very important in the gameplay. So because of this, we noticed this early. Yeah, it was actually the day after the minting. And that was when, I made the decision to redeploy. We made a decision to redeploy the entire contract, like fix that and redeploy it. So when we redeployed it, what we did was the new contract, we had a function in there that sent everybody back the same NFT that they minted before. So we reserved those NFTs, all 81. It was 81 NFTs that were minted. We reserved all the 81, had a function send exactly those same NFTs. If you minted level 4, rank 3, token ID, whatever, it sent you that same NFT back. And in addition to that, just for the trouble of having to reload it in your MetaMask, or just to make our initial investors happy, is something that I always keep planning to do. That at the least opportunity, I'm going to find a way to make the initial investors happy. We decided to airdrop an additional NFT to everyone that minted in the first 81. So if you minted 2 in the first 81, we airdrop you 2 extra NFTs. So I think that was, pretty cool. And so that's what we did. And now the smart contract is fine. Everything's working right. Actually, let me show you here. Let me show you our stuff here on Refinable real quick. One second, I'm typing something in here. Towards B. All right, so this is going to be our BNB store, BNB marketplace, and it's not open yet. Of course, you don't want to go and buy an NFT for 2 BNB when you can mint it for 0.25 BNB. So we will build a custom marketplace for ETC. We actually already had a meeting about it. We already started to thinking about that. So this will only be a place where you can buy or sell Binance NFTs. So just have that in mind. And when you do click on your NFT here, you can actually see the full attributes. You know, the rank, the attack, the defense, grit, and night. Actually, I can show you the attributes. Let me show you guys the attributes of the NFT. Those of you who already have them, this might actually come in handy for you guys. And whenever the marketplace is open, guys, you have to make sure that when you are going to purchase an NFT, well, if you are in our marketplace, it's definitely going to be a Classic Rewards NFT. But if you do go to the Refinable marketplace, the public one, you have to make sure that the contract ends with 2D29, because that is our contract. And then over there, make sure you are in the verified section, because our contract has been verified on there as well. But right now, there's no need to go there. We're still minting. It's much cheaper when you go mint now. Okay. So don't even worry about the marketplace here. We're just preparing for the future. And one of the main reasons why we are going, like, why Refinable is important is that let me show you the Refinable page as well. So we actually got a feature, which means we could be on the home page of Refinable, but I'm it's like we haven't minted out yet, and we're not trading yet. So when we do mint out, we will be featured, and that's going to send a lot of people our way, and it's going to create a lot of demand. So as you can see, people come here to discover NFTs. I mean, Refinable is a place that has how do I put it? They host Ethereum, they host Ethereum, they host Polygon, they host Solana. They are just all over the place, and it's just a good place to be, to get more eyes on your project. All right. Pat says he made him work that. Yo, that was a lot of airdrops, man. I was just going on and on and on and on. Yo, Jeff, what's up, man? How you doing? Where have I been? Yeah, all is well, man. I've been good. It's just that, I've been working on some stuff, and that's taking up all my time. And I tell you what, if I could go back in time, I would definitely do a single chain project first before I do a cross-chain project. But right now, I wouldn't have learned as much as I have today if we're not doing a cross-chain project. So yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Listening at work, that's cool stuff. All right, so here quickly, I'm going to show you guys a chart. You guys can see your NFTs, and they are So let me highlight this guy. Yeah. Okay, so this is just an Excel sheet. All right. So this is how it works, guys. You only need to know the um you only need to know the metadata for your level 1 character. So if, for example, your level 1 archer has an attack of 80, right? Every level that you go up will increase by 5 points. So let me see if I can increase this. Okay. So level 1 archer has an attack of 80. Level 2 archer is going to be 85. Level 3 is 90. Level 4, 95. Level 5, 100. So it's as simple as that, right? But here's where some things, so we have attack, defense, and grit. Those are the three main attributes. Again, trying to make it not too complicated, but again, the gameplay is going to take quite some strategy. So we have attack, defense, and grit, right? So check this out. A level 1 gladiator, right, has a defense of 80. Level 5 archer has a defense of 70. So even though this is a level 1 gladiator, its defense is just a lot more than an archer's defense, right? We have, for example, and of course, a level 3 archer has the same attack as a level 5 gladiator. So again, the characters are based on certain strengths. So archer, I mean, think about it. An archer usually doesn't wear a lot of body armor. They usually try to hide away, and they are very good on the offensive. But when you're close up fighting them, they don't have a lot of defense, right? So yeah, we thought about some of that stuff. Now the knight, for you to be knighted, it's like you you have to be pretty much good all around. So the knights actually have like the highest, not the highest, like the averagely high points. They don't have the highest attack, they don't have the highest defense, but they are the most well balanced, guys out there. Now the mercenaries are very good with their attack. In fact, their lowest attack starts from 90, and level 5 is 110, but their defense is quite poor. And we haven't spoken about grit yet. The grit, I think the monks have the highest grit, and they are the only ones with the highest grit. And fortunately or unfortunately, the grit is not used much in the game. It contributes to your total score, but there's no other exact use for the grid yet. But we are going to go over the full gameplay a few times to see, because the monk is already quite powerful as it is. So if we add any special stuff to the grid, it's just going to make the monk a little too powerful. So for now, the grid is just a point to help the monk's points. The monk has very low attack and defense points, but they can boost other characters. So all right, moving on. Again, let's check on the halving. Let's see where we are at. We are at 14 minutes, 14 hours and 34 minutes to go. You know what, I could 5:30, 6:30, 7:30. You know what, I could actually stream this in the morning before I go to work. I could. I just want to catch the end of it. I might. I'll see. I'll see what I can do here. Okay. So remaining blocks until reduction, 3,500 and 13. Block generation time is 15 seconds. Every 15 seconds, there's a block generated. So that's interesting. Blocks left to mine. So because of this reduction stuff, guys, ATC is going to be mined for a very, very long time. Very, very, very long time. Like I said, in 100 years' time, you'll still be mining ATC. By then, every block might give you like, I don't know, 0.2 ETC or something of that sort. And who knows, ETC probably be, $20,000 per ETC. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, that's 100 years time. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. All right. Let me see here. Uh, so here's one other thing, guys. Here's one other thing. When you mint something, um, whether it's a 1 star or a 10 star, the boost effect is the same. So there's this other chart that I use to explain stuff. Once the game is ready, we'll have more graphical charts to explain stuff, and everybody will be able to understand it more easily. Um, so over here, this is like the effect on opposing team characters. So let's say, oh no, effect on the same team. So, for example, an archer, this is how an archer affects the other players on the same team. Another archer will get 15% attack, right? All other players, their attack will be increased by 10%. So whether you have a 1 star archer or a 10 star archer, which there's none, the highest is a 5 star archer. Whether you have a 1 star archer or a 5 star archer, you will be able to boost all other players by whatever percentage is here. So look, one monk is able to boost a mercenary by 30%. This is pretty high, but I think it's okay to have some stuff that's high in there. Whether this monk is a 1 star or a 5 star monk, it's going to boost a mercenary by 30%. So your 1 star, even if you have a 1 star character, you could easily play it strategically and win. And here's the thing: we are going to have some low tier tournaments that will not allow you to use any 4 or 5 star card. So that tier will just be, of course, that tier will not have as much of a payout as the open tier, but it will just give opportunity for people with lower cards to have a fair fight in there. All right, so that's another thing. So once the full game design document comes out and is fully graphical, I think it will be much easier to be explaining this stuff to you guys. So don't worry about your stars for now. Just hold on to them. And guess what? Whether on ATC, whether you get a 2.5 star or 5 star, our plan is to give you back 5 ETC. And this plan is, of course, it's contingent on the fact that, or on when we mint out. And we have plans to market this thing, get it off the ground, and get going. So it's just a matter of time, okay? It's just a matter of time. We are going to work hard and do our best to push this thing. All right. Okay, so I think I've spoken about opposing team members for you guys a lot by now. Most of you understand everything. So, for example, a gladiator, right? A gladiator reduces the overall score of a mercenary by 20%. So, whether it's a 1 star gladiator or a 5 star gladiator, if you happen to step in the arena with a mercenary before the fight even starts, you reduce the mercenary score by 20%, and the mercenary actually does nothing to you at all, right? Before you guys start the fight, where everything else is determined after that. So the advantage of having a 4 star or 5 star is that you just have an initial boost. So for example, if you have a 5 star knight, you start with an attack of 100, right? If somebody has a 4 star knight, they start with an attack of 80. And definitely if you have 100 and somebody boosts your score by 20%, right, you will get more than if you had an 80 and somebody boosted your score by 20%. But as you can see, the gap is not that much. So with the right strategy, a lower card person and can actually compete a little bit with a higher card person if they do well on the dice roll, because we do have a dice roll which will determine 25% of your score, and the other 75% is based on strategy. All right, let's see here. So I haven't actually checked to see if you guys have actually been liking the video, but we're about to end it anyways. Let me go in here and check this out real quick. Man, it's been a while since I did live, so man. All right. Okay. I see 15 likes. That's good. That's good. Thank you guys for liking the videos. Thank you guys for liking the videos. And a big shout out to I think his name is Il Garsor on Twitter. I think he's in Italy. He's been making some pretty dope art for ETC. Yeah, he had already told me way back that once we start minting on ETC, he's going to make some stuff for us. So I'm looking forward to that. Thanks. Hey, Anonymous. I mean, I do the best I can. At the end of the day, if we don't build it, nobody's gonna come build it for us. And so we're going to try our best. And hopefully, the little that we do will attract the big guns on here. Because if we don't build it ourselves, nobody's gonna build it for us. Because we believe in the network, and we have to show people that hey, it's possible to make something on the network that will thrive. So yeah, thank you. All right, guys. Well, it's been fun chatting here with you guys, and it's time to go get some work in. I have some emails to respond to. I will see if I can jump in tomorrow morning before I go to work, just to have the just to see the end of the Fithening and see how everything goes. So we'll see. I might jump on in the morning. That's coming in ETC by all projects making a mark. True. All right. He says, why so much expectation about this Ethereum Classic Fithening price is not going up? Yeah, I don't know where to start with your question, but again, I did explain earlier the Fithening, the reason for the Fithening, the reason why Bitcoin does a halving in mining rewards every 4 years. Ethereum Classic does a Fithening every 2.5 years or so. Is to reduce inflation, right? So that there's not a lot of ETC that's just being pumped into the system, and that's just going to dilute, the ETC that's already in the system. So after the Fithening happens, I'm not saying that on the day of the Fithening or on the hour of the Fithening, ETC price is going to jump somewhere. No, it's just going to start creating scarcity. And we all saw what happened to Bitcoin Fithening when it halved. We all saw what happened to the price. It went pretty crazy from there. So I mean, there is the possibility, but then again, whether the price goes or not, the one thing for sure is that the Fithening is something that has been put in place to fight inflation. And on ETC, it is automatic. That's why they say code is law. You can't go and change it, right? But on ETH and Co, people determine when, okay, the market is getting diluted, let's do a halving of Fithening or something. But on ETC, it is automatic, and that is put in place to make sure that the supply is being controlled, and the ATC you have now will be scarce in the future, and that just puts more trust in maintaining the monetary policy of the blockchain. So, all right, guys, peace. I gotta go. Thank you all for being here, and this is just the beginning, guys. We're working on so many things. And if you haven't yet, please go to classicrewards.io and please go and mint an NFT. If you don't have the funds to mint, it's okay. Just go to our Twitter. Just scroll all the way down to the bottom and go to our Twitter and just follow the Twitter down there and stay in touch. Join the Telegram as well, and then stay in touch. We are the very first Binance and ETC cross-chain project. The devs are doxed. This is me right here. I'm the team leader. We're not going anywhere. we're going to stay and build this. We started minting on ETC yesterday, and I believe we've minted 41 so far on ETC. And we started minting on BNB a few weeks ago, and we have minted about 283 on there as well. So go ahead, check out our road plan. And as I'm speaking to you right now, the phase one is done. Even though we haven't made a big noise about it, phase one is done. Everything on here is done. The marketplace actually came before Ethereum Classic mining. So we are done with phase one, guys. We're just moving on. So from here, it says game demo, the Classic Rewards token pre-sale, the Classic Rewards token launch, game beta testing, and then game release. The one thing that is not on here is game trailer. I think we'll have a game trailer before we have the game demo. So that's what we're going to do. And guys, the Stanford Skirmish is going to be a free-to-play game. Here's the thing: if you don't own an NFT or anything, you can still log in and play, but it will have, maybe it might limit you to how many games you can play. And of course, you cannot earn anything, but you can play and enjoy or learn to play. Or you might have like a trial period or so. But so long as you own at least just one NFT, you can play the game for free forever, pretty much. But you will not be enrolled in the play to earn system. To be enrolled in the play to earn system, you have to have at least 2 NFTs, so you can play the 2 versus 2 tier, or 5 NFTs to play the 5 versus 5 tier. So there are no complaints out there. We're going to build a game that is free for everyone to play. And the interesting part is that we are actually going to have physical cards for this game as well. So this game is going to be a game that people can actually play in their homes. We're gonna have QR codes at the back of the cards that is going to link back to our website and tell them the possibilities if they think they're good enough, if they want to join the competitions. Because when we mint out, this is a plan. Like, we have a plan. We have tournaments that will be paying 20K, 30K, and all that money will start being reserved once we hit halfway mint. We'll start reserving all the tournament monies and everything. So it's going to, the early ones are straight up going to come from mint revenue. Apart from that, we do have a marketing wallet for when our coin starts trading on PancakeSwap. Before we get to any other centralized exchanges, we do have a marketing wallet which will also be providing funds to fuel this game. So we do have a full plan, and it's quite exciting. Once you are holding our tokens on Ethereum Classic, the tokens, however, will be Binance tokens, right? This is, even though I'm hardcore ETC, I do know that we currently don't have an exchange with high volume with people coming in there. So it's going to be almost impossible to have a token to be the economy of a game when we don't have volume on there. So once you hold our token, guess what? For every transaction, 5% of every transaction, you will be rewarded a wrapped Ethereum Classic. Now, wrapped Ethereum Classic is the same as Ethereum Classic. Okay, it's wrapped on BNB. So Binance has wrapped 1 million Ethereum Classic coins on BNB right now. I did share that link on our Twitter a while back, and no one is using that thing actually. Not many people. No one is using. There are a few people who just actually go and purchase it on PancakeSwap just for purchasing it, but nobody is using it in terms of smart contracts and stuff like that. We are going to be the first ones to be distributing that to our holders. And if you have one wrapped Ethereum BNB, you can go and swap it for one wrapped ETC on Smart Chain. You can go and swap that for one actual ETC. So it's pegged 1:1. So it is ETC. No two ways about that. All right. So I gotta go. I see one more question. I thought I was done. Hold on. So I see one more question. Let's see. Thanks for the stream. Being a long-term holder of ETC and you feel that it has good potential. Just curious, do you have any opinions on BSV? Craig Wright saying that he is Satoshi, and BSV is. I do not have any strong opinions on that. Nobody really knows who Satoshi is. Uh, I do somehow believe that Satoshi. I believe, not that I do believe. I'm pretty sure that Satoshi is not called Satoshi, and anybody who was creating something of this sort at the very early stages will probably be smart enough to remain anonymous, especially because of the monetary aspect and how it could do stuff. But I don't know if whoever is claiming to be him is him, and so I don't know much about that. But that's something I'm going to look into now. Now that you've said it, I'm going to look into it. All right. Thank you for your comment. All right, guys. Have a good one. Thank you all for being here. And if you haven't liked Classic Rewards yet, go ahead and follow Classic Rewards on Twitter and mint your NFTs. And let's do this. All right. Peace, guys.